Yay Media Group.
13 has been my lucky number for a while. Like, it's always a sign of good things to come for me.
This is 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast, breaking down every song, every Easter egg, every era, and every theory. Hosted by the biggest Swifties, Nick Adams, Anna Szabo, Amy Nichols, and Lacey G.
Welcome to 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast. I'm Nick Adams.
I'm Anna.
Amy.
And Lacey G is not here right now. She
When she was on her way here, the car in front of her got a flat tire, and she's helping them fix the tire.
Yep, she's changing it.
She's helping them fix the tire with someone she doesn't even know.
Yeah, I heard it was an 18-wheeler's tire.
Yeah.
She can change that tire.
Yeah, she's fixing 17 of them. She's
What a
so
great
capable.
friend.
I know.
Great person.
Really incredible.
Mm-hmm. So we miss you, Lacey. There you go. That's where she normally
Good
sits, right
deeds.
there.
Always
on camera.
yeah, just out doing a good deed.
Yeah. So it's a bummer. It's a bummer, but Lacey has to miss us breaking down Evermore.
I think we're actually bringing down Evermore.
It's this and champagne problems when people have to go deep.
Her lower register is just insane.
I cannot do it.
I can't.
I crack.
Evermore.
Yeah, Evermore. That's the song we're doing. It's written by Taylor Swift and William Bowery and Justin Vernon from Bon Iver. So it's a really great song, a very nice, beautiful, pretty duet on Evermore.
Which is interesting because I was reading about this song, and she was saying that William Bowery wrote the piano, and then she wrote the lyrics. So I don't know, when it comes to like nitty-gritty crediting, you're credited as a songwriter when you write the music as well?
I think so.
Yes.
I think that's how it works.
Yeah?
I think so. Yeah, I think it can be a duo like that.
I have heard before that even if you are just in the room, when somebody else is writing, you get a songwriting credit. I've heard that before.
Yeah, they just have to because they don't ever want to get sued later on. And
be like, I was a part of that?
Someone, if there's 30 people in the room, someone may have suggested like, oh, you should add an extra scream to it or something, and then they are part of that process.
Yeah,
So.
or they inspired whatever led to the certain idea that led to something else.
So
Okay.
you got to know that when they're in the room writing, it probably whoever's credited, it is just those two people in the room. It's not 7 of Taylor's friends hanging out in the background. It's just those two people.
Yeah.
Most likely.
I've always been curious about all of that. Because by studying Taylor Swift, we know that she is a songwriter to her core. Like, there's a lot of singer-songwriters out there, but there's also a lot of, in pop music especially, where people are just the singers and there's other songwriters. And I know that was like such a topic of conversation when the Masters battle was happening, because a lot of people were like, oh, but it's just business, and all these like bands and all these other artists like sell their masters and stuff. And it's like, yeah, but they didn't have the
They didn't write their
they didn't write the music the way that Taylor wrote her music.
If I'm thinking correctly, I believe that Elton John, he just writes the music part. He just does the piano, and he has a lyricist that he worked with for 5 decades named Bernie, who wrote the words.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And so Bernie would give Elton John the words first, and then Elton would just put music to it.
Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
Anyway.
So Evermore, very pretty song. And then it's a
That was pretty good.
That was good.
It's another great collaboration with Taylor and Bon Iver. And so in the ever famous Apple Music interview that
Thank you so much to Apple for this.
Thank you for this.
Yes.
So, and to Zane Lowe, who's a fantastic interviewer, they talked about Evermore and the process and things like that. So let's hear where Taylor's head was at and the meaning and what the song means to her.
Well, it has to end somewhere, and it ends with Evermore. And a lot has already been made because your fans, we are so engaged in your writing and the themes and the narrative of that particular song. But you wrote it, and I'd love to know why it ends this body of work.
Well, there were there's sort of a double meaning to the months that are mentioned and the feelings that are mentioned. One of the meanings is that I wrote this song and these lyrics when we were coming up to the election, and I didn't know what was going to happen. So I was almost preparing for the worst to happen and trying to see some sort of glimmer at the end of the tunnel. And the last verse, the song it goes through walking through the forest barefoot in the middle of winter, or standing on a balcony and letting the icy wind just hit you, and you're catching your death. And And then in the last chorus, the person goes inside and finally is warm and finally is safe. It's about sort of the process of finding hope again. But it also reflected back to an experience that I had that was pretty life-altering when I went through like a bunch of bad stuff in 2016, like July, November. All those times were just sort of taking it day by day to get through, trying to find a glimmer of hope, all of that. So I was coming from both of those perspectives, and we wrote it exactly the same way we did Exile, where Joe wrote the piano, I based the vocal melody on the piano, and we sent it to Justin, who then added that bridge. And Joe had written the piano part so that the tempo speeds up and it changes. The music completely changes to a different tempo in the bridge. And Justin really latched onto that and just 100% embraced it and wrote this beautiful sort of the clutter of all your anxieties in your head, and they're all speaking at once. And we got the bridge back, and then I wrote this narrative of when I was shipwrecked, I thought of you, that sort of thing where there was this beacon of hope. And then in the end, you realize the pain wouldn't be forever, that it could get better. So that was why I wanted to end it there. But we also have 2 bonus tracks that are coming out that are a second ending, which I'm excited about.
Okay.
All right.
Here we go.
I
And
hope-
on our last episode, when we were breaking things down, we had questioned, why is Closure not the final song?
Yeah.
Why is Evermore the final song? And we have an answer.
Yeah, I also love that, similar to what we talked about last week, that she said that it's an alternate ending is with the bonus tracks. Like, that's okay. Wow. I feel like I just got closure.
Okay, good.
But also, I mean, at the very beginning of our podcast breakdown, before when I was like doing my notes on Willow, things back then, I watched this entire interview. So it's very possible I just kind of had that in the back of my head as well. Because I hear something that Taylor says to me and I take that to my heart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. To your core.
So the lyrics start off by saying, "Gray November, I've been down since July."
It's a
And
bad
down, I'm
place.
assuming, she's depressed. She's uneasy, like she was talking about in here, how she's, Gray November, she's talking about the election. That would have been the election of 2020. So that would have been Biden versus Trump.
A dark time.
It was a dark time. And Gray November, I've been down since July. It's July. And you can tell she's depressed and feeling low because this is a slow start to the song, and you can tell she is not peppy when she's singing this song.
Yeah. And then, like she said, it also does have that double meaning of 2016 because it was late November. I think that her and Joe Alwyn probably made things official.
Okay.
Right? Because of, and call it what you want. She says, I recall late November. Holding my breath slowly, I said, you don't need to save me, but would you run away with me? Yes. So that's what she was kind of saying about the double meaning about then, too, right?
There's also bookends of Folklore being a summer album and Evermore being a winter album. So July and November. would
Yeah.
be the bookends of those 2 sister albums.
Motion capture put me in a bad light. I replay my footsteps on each stepping stone, trying to find the one where I went wrong.
So I think in my head, that motion capture put me in a bad light. I think that being the 2016 phone call, right? With Kim and Kanye.
Yeah.
Kim and Kanye.
By her saying, like, she said that was part of the perspective that she was writing for. And it's like, put me in a bad light, motion capture. Like, that phone call that was edited to make her look like the villain when she wasn't.
And she's sitting here saying, I know what I was saying, and
Yeah.
I'm watching this video trying to find out where I went wrong. Like, somehow I'm to blame here, right? Where is it?
Yeah.
Just be a detective to figure out what she did wrong, but she's not finding that.
Yeah.
Writing letters addressed to the fire.
I love that. What do you guys take that to mean?
Is that like writing a letter and then saying, I'm not going to send it and throwing it in the fire?
Yeah, I mean, that's how I take it. It's something that it'll never reach its sender. Or it does reach the sender and the sender throws it in the fire because they don't care.
Because they don't need their closure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right?
ultimately.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. I kind of take that too as like, you just kind of like, how sometimes they say to just write out your feelings, but like don't send it. That's kind of what I take that as well.
I love a good fire.
I do too.
And a good fire, listening to Evermore.
I think I'm going to do it tonight,
Evermore
guys.
season, yeah?
Yeah?
Yeah.
You should
I
write a
am.
letter addressed to the fire and just toss it in there.
I am.
Be very therapeutic, Amy.
I will do it.
Yeah.
For all of us.
Okay.
If y'all want to write a letter and have me throw it in the fire, just let me know.
Okay.
Don't read it.
Don't read it, though.
Don't
It
read
got to go to the fire. You are just the messenger.
Okay.
And then she moves into the chorus saying, and I was catching my breath, staring out an open window, catching my death.
So sad.
It is sad. And I couldn't be sure. I had a feeling so peculiar. That's an interesting word to throw into a song, peculiar. There's probably not a lot of artists that are going to use a word like that in a song. I had a feeling so peculiar that this pain would be forevermore.
And that's such a bad place to be in
Yeah.
whenever you think that a moment's going to last forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always heard that every emotion is temporary. So every time you are feeling awful, it's temporary. But also every time you're feeling really happy, that's temporary too.
Very true. And
Every
that's okay.
emotion is temporary. But when you're in the thick of it, when you're at the lowest point and you haven't started going up the hill to get out of that funk, it feels like this pain would be forevermore. It would just last forever.
Yeah, you desperately want to feel better, but you just feel like that's not going to happen. Right? Because evermore as a word means
It's
forever.
Forever.
Yeah. So that I had a feeling so peculiar that this pain would be forevermore. It's heartbreaking.
She moves on by saying, hey, December. So hey, in a good way.
We've moved to
We're
a new
moving
place.
to a new month.
Yeah.
We're in a different time. Let's help move on here. Hey, December. Guess I'm feeling unmoored. I can't lie, guys. Unmoored, not sure what that means.
Let me do a quick search.
Unmoored.
You know, I
in
should have looked
mooring,
it up.
That's like a ship. Like I'm unanchored. Like I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, unmoored is not or no longer attached.
Okay.
Of a vessel specifically, like the one that you were saying too,
Whoa.
or of a person, insecure, confused, or lacking contact with reality.
And when she's saying, hey, December, guess I'm feeling unmoored, is this like she's writing a diary? Like she's talking?
I mean, yeah, this is probably
She's
the
something-
letter that
a
she's
letter
writing to
in
the
the
fire,
fire. Yeah.
essentially. Yeah, but she's saying that she's feeling confused and insecure.
Can't remember what I used to fight for. I rewind the tape, but all it does is pause. On the very moment, all was lost, sending signals to be double-crossed. So this, to me, still
2016
feels very
call
much like
again.
a 2016 phone call.
Yeah, and that sucks too because, you know, I'm sure she watched back that phone call so many times, knowing that wasn't it, knowing it was longer, knowing this was edited. No one's believing her, and it's everything. She's already being vilified. And it's like, yeah, she's just like screaming at the top of her lungs. And then you get to the point where you're like, are they right though? Are they right about me? It's like you almost start to like gaslight yourself when you try to replay it over and over and over in your head.
Yeah, when everyone else is saying this, then
Then it must
you
be
have
true.
doubt.
Yeah, like everybody in the world is feeling like this about me. Or even if they don't feel that way particularly, it's like, oh, it's like they're vindicated that they didn't like me. Now they feel like, okay, now I know why I never liked her, you know, or like people that like prey on your downfall. And this is it. The downfall came and it just led her to be into such a dark place. And I'm like so glad that she's in a better place now. And I'm glad that she was able to put her feelings into song. But it makes me so heartbroken to know that event continuously haunted her for years and years and years, because she's writing this in 2020 and this took place 4 years before.
Yeah.
But she's still almost mirroring the feelings that she had at that point to the feeling that she was having, you know, right before the election when things felt dark.
I feel like she's been quite isolated this whole time.
At this point,
Yeah. So, you know, she's isolated. She went into hiding in 2016 and now 2020 hits and it's the exact same thing over and over again. So she's feeling
so
it because she
true.
was in isolation at that time. Again, it's happening.
That's so true. It's
in
like
her home.
PTSD
Mm-hmm.
without even realizing it.
Yeah.
And, you know, I also got to think, because I'm usually going to take Taylor's side on things, that it's easy for us or someone else to say, get over it, you know, but she's a celebrity and she's such a huge celebrity that this big moment. She's trying to get past it, but people are still going to bring it up to her.
Yeah.
People are still going to write about it online, on blogs. They're still going to bring it up. So no matter how many times you try to move on, it's always thrown back in your face.
Yeah.
So like any progress that you've made of quote unquote getting over it or moving on, you can't. You're always just going to be stuck here.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be unmoored.
Yeah.
And I was catching my breath, barefoot in the wildest winter, catching my death. And I couldn't be sure. I had a feeling so peculiar that this pain would be forevermore. Evermore.
Barefoot in the wildest winter. That alone is also a painful thing.
Yes.
How cold that
Like
is.
that's yeah. I mean that's what she was saying in the interview, right? It's like you have this feeling of like standing out in the icy cold, barefoot.
Oh man, there's times in the winter where I think I'll be fine if I don't put shoes on and roll the
Me
trash
too.
cans out to the curb.
Me too.
It's gonna be fine. It's
Bad
just a few
idea.
feet. It is so cold.
I feel
and
like,
it
oh
takes
my
your
God.
feet for a long time to thaw out.
Yeah, I'm like, gosh, I hope I don't lose a toe.
I know.
It's cold.
It's gonna feel like this forevermore.
I hate being cold. I hate it. It's the worst feeling in the world.
What I'm hearing is Anna doesn't take the trash out.
I don't.
Yeah, no, she doesn't.
I don't take the trash out. No, that's why I got married. I'm just kidding. No, I hate being cold. And I love our jobs, but it's so cold in the studio all the time. I actually have a blanket that is here on my chair at
Always.
all times. At
And-
all times.
And you're wearing a sweater.
And I'm wearing a sweater.
Forevermore.
Forevermore.
And then we move on to the bridge, and you're going to hear Justin Vernon singing in this part too.
Evermore.
And they start saying, can't not think of all the cost and the things that will be lost. Oh, can we just get a pause?
Man, I feel that. There's so
Can
many
we just pause?
there's so many times where things are just like going at 100 and you're just like, can we just like stop for a second? Can we just
And-
like breathe?
In this time, and like the music in the song, it's like building, like it's
feels-
building so much.
Yeah, and it feels a little chaotic
yes,
when
and,
they're singing.
and he's asking for a pause here. Like this is such a chaotic sounding music right now.
Yeah.
Oh, can we just get a pause? To be certain we'll be tall again. Does that mean to like pick yourselves back up?
Yeah.
To stand up straight?
Yeah, that things will be okay.
Yes, everything is going to buy. Can we get a pause to make sure that we'll be tall again? Weather be the frost. And so that's two weathers, but two different weathers.
I know.
Weather.
Weather.
Huh?
I said weather.
Weather.
That's clever.
It is clever. That rhymes with weather.
Yeah.
Weather be frost or the violence in the dog days.
Yeah. Because dog days is usually hot, like
The
a
do-
hot summer
yeah.
day. The dog days. So it's like, what a poetic way to say, so if it's cold or if it's hot.
Whether the weather be cold or whether the weather be hot. Whether
Sound like Dr. Seuss.
Why weren't those the lyrics?
Isn't that? No, that's from The Wizard of Oz, right? Isn't that what the Munchkins say?
Oh.
Whether the weather be cold or whether the weather be hot.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
Or no, maybe that's not. We'll be together whatever the weather, whether you like it or not. That's not The Wizard of Oz.
I don't know what
Wait,
it
say that
is.
one more time. I'll Google
Whether
it.
the weather be cold
Whether the weather be cold
or whether the weather be hot.
or whether the weather be hot. It's a nursery rhyme.
Okay, yeah, that's not The Wizard of Oz. Why would you say that, Amy? Unbelievable.
So silly.
Yeah, it just says it's a popular nursery rhyme.
I know I'd heard it before, but I didn't know where.
Yeah. Or the violence of the dog days. I'm on waves, out being tossed. Is there a line that I could just go cross?
Make it to the finish line.
Yeah,
Is there a way
let
I
me
could just
finish
get there?
this.
If I could just get there. And I feel like sometimes in life when you do feel like, oh my God, if I can just get to Christmas, or if I can just get to summer break, if I can just get to spring break, if I can just get to the line that I can just cross and things will slow down. But then you get there and it's just like the next thing.
Well, and sometimes you get there and then somebody moves the finish line. It's like someone
Exactly.
moves the goalpost. Like, I
Yeah.
finally did what I'm supposed to do, and then you change what I'm supposed to be feeling or doing or acting in this moment.
Yeah.
And when I was shipwrecked,
So that's when Taylor comes in. Because this whole time it's been,
Justin,
yes, and now it's Taylor.
and when I was shipwrecked, can't think of all the cost now.
Can't think of all the costs. Right? It's like a back.
They're like trading off.
Yeah.
They're like echoing each other.
Duet style.
I thought of you. All the things that will be lost now. In the cracks of light,
Can we just get a pause?
I dreamed of you.
To be certain we'll be tall again.
If you couldn't hear that, there was a little mouse saying that. To be certain we'll be tall again. If you think of all the costs, it was real enough. Whether weather be cold or weather be hot. No. She says, it was real enough. Whether weather be frost, was an echo. To get me through. Or the violence of the dog days. Or the violence of the dog days. Out on waves, being tossed. I'm on waves, out being tossed. But I swear, is there a line we can just go cross? You were there.
Yes. And I love this because this is, of course, in the bridge of the closing song of the album. But if we remember the opening on Willow, is when she says, I'm like the water when your ship rolled in that night. Mm-hmm. So it's just like a very satisfying full circle.
Call back there.
Yeah. So it's when I was shipwrecked, I thought of you. Like that was like the glimmer of hope. Mm-hmm. There is something to fight for. There is a line to cross if it means being, happy again, being with you.
We go into the chorus and it's Taylor and Justin singing together. And I was catching my breath, floors of a cabin creaking under my step. And I couldn't be sure, I had a feeling so peculiar. This pain wouldn't be for evermore.
The classic switch up.
She switched it up. Because before, the pain was going to last forever. And then you came along and I think I can get over it. I think I can move past this pain. You're helping me. I can do this.
And it's that imagery, like she was saying, that she's outside in the cold and then she walks inside and it's warm. Mm-hmm. And I'm glad that she said that in the interview because I don't think I really visualized that until she kind of flat out said it. Because she doesn't say, I walked inside and it was warm. She says, floors of a cabin creaking under my step. To say that she walked inside and it was warm and everything was going to be okay. I'm not going to be out stuck in the cold. I'm not going to be shipwrecked. I'm not going to be in this pain forevermore. I walk inside, it's warm. Oh my gosh, this pain wouldn't be forevermore. And she's not alone.
Mm-mm.
Right.
And then they trade off singing the word evermore. Evermore. This pain wouldn't be for forevermore. Evermore. Close. Evermore.
So beautiful.
It is a very pretty song. And they sound really good together, too.
Yeah.
I really like hearing them trade lines back and forth. It's really satisfying to hear.
Mm-hmm. Amy, how do you feel about this being the ending of the album?
I like it. I love that she was able to have a dream come true with this song because she always adored Bon Iver and she wanted to do a project with him. So I think it's really special that came to fruition.
Yeah, she didn't just do one. She did a couple songs.
And their voices sound so good together.
They do.
So good.
But we have 2 bonus songs.
I know.
Alternative ending.
For alternative ending.
I
Yes. Know. So with the bonus songs, when she says alternative ending, do you think of them as 2, like one ending together or 2 different endings?
Different endings.
So we have 3. Are you saying we have
like
3
total?
endings to this album?
Oh.
Because you have
Right Where You
Evermore,
Left Me.
Right Where You Left Me, and It's Time to Go. Are those each alternate endings?
No, I guess just 2. I don't know.
Then
I guess
Right
I would
Where You
say,
Left
like,
Me and It's Time to Go together.
Go together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
In my head, they go together.
Okay.
So there's 2 alternate endings. The one with Evermore and I
Yes.
guess the one with It's Time to Go.
Yes.
And Right Where You Left Me is just kind of like the road to get there.
The bridge to get to It's Time to Go.
Yes.
The bridge.
Yeah. Yeah. But this is really, this is such a special album, I feel like. I feel like it's, she really did capture the feelings of 2020.
Absolutely.
In Folklore and in Evermore, which is just so crazy to think about, like, because that was such a time in everyone's lives across the world. That was a traumatic shared experience.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it's hard to kind of put yourself back in those shoes when you were, and people that are going to be listening to this in a decade are going to be like, why do people always talk about that time and how that was hard? Like, man, that time sucked. It was hard. It was rough. Everything was unsure.
Yeah.
Like she was saying, politics was all over the place, and then just everything in the world, COVID was happening, And we don't think of that being as big of a deal anymore, but it definitely was then.
There was so much
people
uncertainty.
were sick and they were dying at this point. We wouldn't have had a vaccine yet. And so like there was just so much uncertainty going on in the world. And for the most part,
There's a lot of fear.
a lot of people are kind of shut off from a lot of people, and they're not seeing as their friends and family as much as they would. They're not living their lives and their daily routines. Everything is,
Right.
everything's uneasy and stuff. And so, she's capturing this feeling. And also, we got to remember, we talked about this when we were doing like folklore and when we started Evermore and stuff. This was also a time when a lot of artists weren't really releasing a lot of music.
Yeah.
People had planned albums, but maybe they were fun summer albums, and we're not going to release that. That's not the vibe right now.
Yeah.
And so she was definitely releasing something that was made during this time, and it sounds like this time, which is dark and depressing.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
it was appropriate.
It was appropriate.
Yeah, it's accurate. And it's very true. I mean, during 2020, I remember there were some things that I like took pictures of or like wrote down thinking one day my kids are going to ask me about what life was like in 2020. And I want to be able to kind of, not like it's so depressing, but it's like I want to be able to remember what it was like for one day generations when they do ask.
Absolutely. It's definitely weird living through something that your kids will ask you
Will
about.
ask
You're
about.
so right about that. That's so crazy.
Yeah. And there, I have certain photos like in my camera roll of just like some things that just looked different, looked off, or I was like, oh my God, this is for the history books.
Yeah.
For my personal history books.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us on this episode of 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast. If you haven't already, subscribe to us on whatever podcasting platform you're listening to us on right now. And all the ways to contact us are in the description of this podcast. Join us next time when we are getting to the alternate endings of Evermore. We're going to break down right where you left it.
Thanks for listening to 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast. Subscribe for free and leave a positive review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Google Podcasts.